Hey y'all, welcome in. I'm your host, Lisa. Please like and subscribe for new content every week. I'll go ahead and apologize ahead of time if I sound kind of a little raspy tonight. I am battling a cold. I've been sick for the last couple of days, so just bear with me. I'm going to go ahead and push through this and get this case out there because there's something that's definitely going on in Hanover, Pennsylvania. So let's go ahead and get started. This story doesn't begin with a suspect. It doesn't begin with a crime scene. It doesn't even begin with one disappearance. It begins with a town. Hanover is a borough in southern Pennsylvania, located in York County, just minutes from the Maryland state line. It's the kind of place where families often live close to one another, where people grow up together, work nearby, and run into familiar faces at the local grocery store. Hanover is not a transit city. It's not a tourist hotspot, and it's not known for frequent missing persons cases. It's a working class, close knit community built around manufacturing, skilled trades, service work, and long standing family roots. And that's exactly why what happened in late spring and early summer has shaken this town so deeply. Between May 21st and late June, adult men from the Hanover area has disappeared within weeks of each other. Coincidence? No, doesn't seem that way. There's two that remain missing. Police have stated that the cases are not officially connected. But for the families and for the community, the silence, the timing, and the unanswered questions feel impossible to ignore. Because in a town like Hanover, absence is noticed. Before we talk about timelines, locations, or investigations, we need to talk about who these men are. Mark Hicks and Bill Garrett were not headlines. They were not cases. They were sons, brothers, friends, and familiar faces. Men whose families say they did not simply walk away from their lives. Law enforcement has said there is no evidence of abduction, but beyond that, few details have been released. Mark Hicks was 38 years old, and if there was one thing his family emphasizes, it's this. Mark stayed in touch. He wasn't distant. He wasn't unreachable. He didn't disappear quietly. Mark's loved ones have described him as fun, loving, and deeply connected to his family. He didn't just call, he showed up. He would walk onto porches, stop by unannounced, and checked in regularly. On the morning of June 22nd, Mark left home around 5 a.m. to take a walk along Pleasant Street in Hanover. That was the last time anyone ever saw him. When hours turned into days with no contact, his family knew immediately something wasn't right. A missing persons report was filed, and the family began searching on their own, bringing in drones, walking trails, and following up on tips that trickled in, some pointing towards nearby New Oxford. Mark's brother Todd described spending 10 to 12 hours at a time, searching, refusing to sit while his brother remained missing.
Mark Hicks was last seen on Pleasant Street in Hanover on June 22nd. After filing a police report, the Hicks family says they've had a few tips here and there, but no luck finding Mark so far.
I've done everything I could. I've gotten drones. I've had 10, 12 hours in on trails down by my house.
They said they're holding out hope for Mark's safe return.
Just come home, brother. We're worried about you. Everybody is looking for you, and people are coming out of the way.
Mark's mother, Virginia Hicks, spoke openly about the pain of waiting. She said your love for your child doesn't change, whether you're a newborn in your arms or a grown man in his late 30s. Mark Hicks is described as 5 feet 4 inches tall, about 140 pounds, light brown hair, blue eyes, tattoos on both hands, missing a pinky finger on his right hand. Despite extensive searching, Mark has not been found. No confirmed sightings, no activity, no answers. It's like they all just vanished. Ben Garrett has been missing the longest. Ben is 36 years old, and his family describes him as outgoing, social, and visible. The kind of person people would notice if he were around. The last contact anyone had with Ben was around 2 a.m. on May 21st. Then nothing. Ben's family checked his bank accounts and found no activity after that date. No transactions, no signs that he was moving around or living elsewhere. His brother Dan said Ben was not the type to isolate or hide. His sister Heather described the emotional weight of being the oldest sibling, the one who feels responsible for fixing problems and facing something that cannot be fixed. Police entered Ben into the National Crime Information Center as a missing person. Ben is described as 5 feet 10 inches tall, about 170 pounds, black hair, hazel eyes, black beard. Ben and Mark Hicks were friends on Facebook years ago, but families say that they were not aware of any deeper connection. Two men, same town, same narrow window of time, still missing. Law enforcement agencies involved, including Hanover Borough Police, Eastern Adams Regional Police, and Northern York County Police, have stated they are not officially linking these cases. Investigators say there is no evidence of abduction, no confirmed connection between the men, and no indication of a broader threat to the public. So tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think all the cases are connected? Do you think there's some type of coincidence to being linked together in this missing in such a small, narrow window of time around the same area? What's your thoughts? As the families continue to search, community members continue to share posts, and questions continue to surface online. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Why has there been such a lack of digital or financial footprints? Do you think they are connected? Do you think it's a coincidence? Or do you think something deeper is happening in Hanover? In a town like Hanover, where people are seen, known, and remembered, silence feels louder than answers. If you have any information, Mark Hicks or Ben Garrett, you are urged to contact Hanover Borough Police, Northern York County Police, Eastern Adams Regional Police, and I will have all the numbers listed below in the description, because we all know someone knows something. They just didn't vanish into thin air. And until answers come, thank you for watching. I'm your host, Lisa. And until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and take care.